love you. I love you. Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Saturday. So this morning I woke up and my nose was extremely stuffy, especially the right nostril, and I, sounds gross, but I kind of like felt in it, and I mean it was like thick and hard, whatever. At the time I didn't know. I mean, it was like, this was it. It like bled right through. All I did was just sneeze or blow once, and it just, you know, and then on here there is, this is hard, it's from this morning, there's like a hard piece of, I'm assuming it's like the what do you call it, the scab, and then I kept bleeding for a little bit more, and then it finally went away, and I haven't bled since it's earlier this morning. And today counts as 23 days of nosebleeds. 23, because the first time I seen the ENT and they cauterized my nose, I told him it was 14 days to be exact on that date. And then since then, I've had it cauterized again, but in total, it's been 23 days today, which is ridiculous. So I'm officially not feeling good today. My heart feels really out of sorts right now, or my blood pressure. Let's see. We're gonna check. Okay, so we hit 160. So I'm probably gonna have a high blood pressure. These numbers only indicate that I have like pre-high blood pressure, which obviously makes sense why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. It's my girl Freckles. We are headed to, I don't even know where I'm gonna go. I know that I have to go to Target, and I may go to Walmart, and I might go, at least one place, maybe three, actually maybe even four, we'll see. Alright, so I wanted to talk to you guys. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I do that a lot when I drive. It's where I do my best thinking. And anyway, so you know how I originally went to see a doctor for 3 different symptoms that all happened pretty much all around the same time. I believe my nosebleeds started first, and then a little after was the disorientation, the clumsiness, and the weird spelling. Well, you know, I went to see a primary doctor, and they said, you know, you might have to get your nose cauterized. Just, you know, put some ointment, like a gel in your nose to help it from being dry. And then I started ENT later on and got, you know, cauterized a couple times. So, and that doctor also said that, you know, my nose is just dry from the weather, and you know, everything else has something to do with it, but they didn't really go into detail. We never discussed all the things that were happening. And then I did see a neurologist, and they kind of just said, you know, like they wanted to put me on an antidepressant, not Prozac, Zoloft, and whatever. So I said like F you in my head, and they sent it over to my Walgreens, and I didn't pick it up. I was like, I'm not taking Zoloft because you guys think that I'm depressed, and I'm trying to get help. Anyway, I'm going on now. So I'm sitting here driving, and I'm thinking, like, I'm losing a lot of blood. Now, I mean, I guess it's not a lot, but it's a lot for me. 23 days worth of bleeding, and I don't know when it's going to stop. Who's to say that my bleeding is not causing these other symptoms? You know, loss of blood, people would get disoriented, wouldn't they? You know, I felt like even more lethargic. I'm clumsy. I'm falling everywhere. It makes sense because of all my blood loss. Now, I know that I did get blood work done, and they said my platelets were low. I guess it's not supposed to be under 150 or something, and I was at 145. But I guess it's not extremely low, and they didn't really push on it. And they said everything else looked fine. So aren't the platelets part of the blood? So like if that's low, then that means I wouldn't, you know, it's because of blood loss. So it's like a question, but statement and comments and curiosity. What do you guys think about this? I have never, ever liked like beef sticks or any of that type of stuff ever. But when I first went vegan, I like went crazy shopping online on like a vegan website, and I got these, and they look identical, but I don't remember them having this name brand. And I just happened to stop right here, and they have meatless vegan jerky, and they only have 3 different flavors. So I'm gonna get all 3. And I remember liking them a lot. And I'm almost positive this is just it, and maybe they changed the name, or maybe it's the same name and I don't remember, because it was like legitimately like, it'll be 3 years in June that I purchased these, so I'm really excited about these. Okay, so I just thought this was the sweetest thing. Something just happened. So I was in the store, and the cashier was saying like God bless to the lady ahead of me. So she walked away and he goes, God bless. And I don't know, I guess I noticed things like that because, I mean, it's not what I believe, but anyway. So I look back at him. Anyway, so he's like, oh, how's your day going? And I'm like, it's going. Because that's how I pretty much reply all the time. I rarely say, oh, it's amazing, you know. I'm like, it's going. He goes, and how is that, or why is that? I go, I don't know how to reply to that because I don't understand what he's asking. So I'm like, and I literally did that. I go, I don't know how to reply to that. I was like, it's just going, meaning like I'm alive and it's going, you know. And I said just like that, and he goes, fair enough, fair are He was young. I mean, he might have been 18, or he just looked young like I do. And he goes, so what are your plans after this? And I go, I was like, at first I thought he was asking me on a date, but I was like, no, I feel like there's more to it, and it was exactly how I thought. So I'm like, awkwardly answering his question, like, I'm gonna be shopping after this, more shopping, and then I'm gonna go home and watch TV. I have to take some medications and all. And he clearly was able to see this here, what I was doing. I was like, why? And he goes, I just care about you. And I go, but you don't even know me. He goes, I still care about you. It hit me right then and there, and I go, yep, it's going exactly how I knew it was gonna go. And he goes, may I ask you what's wrong with you? And I go, everything. I mean, it's kind of pointless to tell you, it's just so much. I was like, I don't have cancer. I'm not dying in that sense. You know, I don't have anything like terminal. I was like, but I have a lot of different illnesses. And I was like, but I'm here and I'm alive, you know. And he's like, that's a good attitude. He goes, I'll pray for you because I care about you. And I go, thank you. And I walk away, and he goes, God bless. And I didn't know how to reply. I was like, you too, you know, because I don't really believe in any of that. But he was just the sweetest kid. And even though I don't believe in any of it, it was just nice for him just to talk to me as if I was somebody he knew. So that was really cool. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Four hours later, and I just made it home. I am really tired. I just want to get in bed. I just picture that soft and fluffy comfortableness under my body. So I know that I've spoken in a few posts ago about how like my father and I are just not, we're hitting heads, and I don't know exactly what I said, but it's just really confusing to talk to him because he doesn't understand certain things, and he's acting certain ways, and he doesn't know how much pain I'm in on doing certain things. It's just, you know, I've mentioned his name many times, like he's my caretaker. So anyway, recently I mentioned also that he doesn't know that I went through testing for autism. He does not know that I was diagnosed with it, nor does he know about any of the details with it, which I really thought that out of everything, this is the one diagnosis he should know about, because it really makes sense about what's going on in my life and how I am and how I live my life. And it was the hardest thing to mention because everything else was just, it was simple. I never even had to, like, second guess even mentioning it to him. So the other day when I was having problems, and I believe I mentioned it to you guys, I don't know exactly in detail, that day my mom called him and spoke to him. Oh, it was about my memory, that's what it was. And he came home and said, your mom called, and I wasn't mad at you, and I go, Dad, you rolled your eyes and huffed and puffed and all those different things, and he kind of just said, oh, and walked away. He wasn't really, it's like he was trying to apologize, but he didn't apologize. He didn't even act like he did apologize. It was weird. Anyway, so yesterday, 2 days ago, I handed him all the paperwork from the testing just so he can read in detail because I suck at describing it, or describing things. Wow, I'm like describing, that's not even a word. Describing things. So I gave him the paperwork and I told him that I just want him to read over it. I didn't even tell him what it was besides it's from a doctor. So he read over it. I found him read over it yesterday. Okay, sorry. So I gave him all the paperwork yesterday and he read over some of it. I don't believe he read all 15 pages because I didn't give him 15 pages. I took out few of them because it talked about something I don't really want to talk about here, and my dad is part of it, and I don't want to bring it up because I feel unsafe if he hears about it again. So, but he still had at least 10 pages worth, and long story short, the page that was on top when he brought it back to the table was like, for instance, number 10 when there's 15 pages. So I don't think he read all of it. But the weird thing is, that was yesterday. I have been gone all day today, and I come home, and he is happier than ever. He's using nicknames for me. Like, I don't know, some parents have nicknames for their kids. My dad doesn't. He calls me Sarah. So when I get home, he goes, like, normally he just walks upstairs and sees me home or something. He goes, oh, hey, you're home. Like, really high-pitched, really smiley. And I go, yeah. And I knew right away something was weird. And then he goes, was it busy out there? He goes, it's so cold out. And but the way he was speaking was very weird. And then he goes, are you feeling okay? I was like, not really. He goes, well, lay down, take a order. Do you want me to make you some soup? I go, what? Make me some soup? It's like he's treating me like I don't know. It's weird. And then the more I talk, the more I'm already forgetting what he just did, like just now, to make me want to record. But he's been really, really friendly. Then I walked down the stairs to just see if he wanted to go see a movie, and I don't remember what he said. Oh, he called me a nickname. He was like, hey, he goes, what's going on, Sugar Plum? What's going on? Like, it wasn't Sugar Plum, but it was something weird. And I go, oh, just just warming up some, food, whatever I was doing. And he goes, oh, okay. He goes, yeah, I'm just cleaning up downstairs, da-da-da-da. And then he comes upstairs later on, and then something else, like, yeah, what are you watching? And all happy, and I'm like, oh, just watching, like, white noise, really. He goes, well, play a movie, find something really good to watch. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? So, I don't know. It might be all in my head. No, I know for a fact it's not all in my head. I just don't know if it's because he's just in a good mood, even when he's in a good mood, he doesn't talk this way, or is it because of the tests and he's just acting really weird, which I don't see him doing, because my dad doesn't really change his life because of someone else's lifestyle, in the sense that, like, just because it says that I am very different than most people and I'm very slow on certain things and I'm behind on certain things, he's not going to change me or change his habits around me because of that. So I'm just very confused on what's really going on, and nothing today made him happy, so I don't know. It is bedtime. It is, oh my god, it's only 10:30. Wow, I did not expect that. I fell asleep watching a movie with my dad, a movie that we both had seen already, but whatever. He caught me sleeping, and I basically said, I'm just going to go to sleep, and he goes, I am too. I'm probably not going to actually sleep, but I am in bed, and with that, I'm going to put the camera down, and put my head down, and I will see you guys mañana. Bye.